Start that. Okay. So last time we cut off with being in the chamber of.
Are we keeping the same cards?
I always forget those. You guys will have four. Not really
All right.
much use for them. You'll probably find something.
Well, I reread my backstory and I actually had forgotten some details. For one thing, I have recanted my vow of peace, so could start some shit.
Wait, what?
What?
You re what?
It's in my back. I recanted my vow of peace. So I'm saying, maybe I could start some shit.
Oh, you mean you could be violent?
Yeah.
I didn't ever see that as an issue. You're already violent by nature. Let's see. Okay. So, you were before given information ahead of time, but I will reiterate it. While you guys were searching the Spire of Shadows, the Spire of Long Shadows that you were exploring and everything, the group back in the Mage Tower was doing searching up information about anything they could find that would be helpful, such as the Ambient Triad, Caius, and Balarad's disappearance. They found several different things of note for the players. Caius, they basically got nothing that you would not have already gotten. They found apparently the origins, or at least what they believe to be the origins of the Ambient Triad, to be in Alistair. They found a book of the history of Alistair and a to-do list by Baklrad. There. Let's see. And apparently he was going to go to Alistair to do 3 different things.
Aliston or our
Um,
mage friend?
the mage who was supposed to be an expert on Caius. Baklrad.
Okay, his friend. Okay, Aliston's friend. Okay.
Actually, I don't know if he was friends with Aliston.
Well, Aliston sent us to the city where that library was to meet with someone, and I think the person we went to see there is now sending us to this bandit city. Correct?
You mean his
I know
master?
or Aliston's master. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Monzaran was friends with this mage dude you're going after. The exact
Yeah.
cause of his disappearance is unknown. That's one of the things you're going to do. He
Okay.
apparently went to Alliston or whatever to do 3 things. Search up a cleric by the name of Rosk. Search more information about the Ambient Triad because it may have links. Wait, does it actually state that? Yeah, just information about the Ambient Triad and a mage by Las Hanara. That is apparently one of the greatest spellcasters in that city.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else they're doing?
To say the main reason we're going to the bandit city is because Aliston's master was last known to be there. Correct?
Friend. A friend of this dude. He might have been actually a student. I don't know.
Okay.
Either way, someone
Also,
he knew went there and just vanished.
Okay, but it wasn't Allison's master that vanished. It was one of his friends. Okay.
Yeah, just a friend of this group.
Okay.
I have noted down in your objectives, the objective tab thing I have given you guys, like the information.
Well, if it's finding someone, thankfully I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, the top one is find this dude. The three below them are like ways to lead to information about that, or at least other things of note. Okay, so with that information, he wishes you luck. He will continue doing research at the tower and in the whatever way he can to help you against Caius and future possible tasks you have.
Can I make a knowledge local about this city we're going to? I mean, if it's a bandit city, I'm hoping that maybe I know of some of the
In the current
more
current
saved characters.
in the current city you're in.
No, the one we're going to, the bandit
So,
city.
are you doing the knowledge local in the current city?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm hoping maybe I know some underworld people there from my days in my old thieves guild.
Please be aware, this is far from Free City, so
I don't know.
you're not much connected. Your character does not have any real connection there.
30.
You know it's a bandit city that is more or less law. Well, it actually has some order of law, but information that you even get from the mage dude indicates that the current ruler is some guy named. It makes note of this, but I don't remember where it is. Zed, I think that's what it was. And he's the current ruler, and there's not a lot of information to provide.
Okay.
It's somewhat of a lawless. It is a bandit city. That's about what you can take from that.
Okay. I will make sure to tell Silver and Joe that. Tell Joe, yeah, don't be showing your holy symbol. If you want to go into a city like this, you don't want to be announcing to everybody that you're basically a cop.
He does take some personal offense because he doesn't like this, and so does Ember, but they agree because of their task is more valuable than their personal needs.
Good. And plus, if you don't, I'm going to forewarn you that if you guys, being that this is a kind of a criminal-based city, it's best you guys don't interfere in what I do. These are kind of like my people. I mean, I used to be like them, but not quite, but I still...
You're more like, what, a common thug, common thief?
Yeah, but
You
these
kind of
people...
fit in, so long as you don't touch
Yeah.
anybody's toes.
Yeah, I just prefer not to have them try to interfere in anything I might do. They probably won't like it, but I'm still going to do it anyways.
Okay.
And if need be, I will just pretend like I don't know them.
It's up for you to decide how you react and
Yeah.
everything.
Right. I just don't want them interfering.
Alright then. Okay, so, how are you going to get to the city? It is roughly 300 miles within teleport range.
I just have Joe or Silver cast teleport. They both have that spell.
Yeah, but do you have do you know the location itself?
Oh, well, I think with teleport, there's a slim chance that they...
I think the caster actually has to know the location, not just someone in the party.
Yeah.
So it would be a knowledge geography check for Joe or Miriam.
Monzerine actually gives you shows you a portrait of a painting of the city from a short distance away, which can be used as reference for teleport.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go.
It also helps if you scry on the city first, as I recall. I think that's worth a category change.
Luckily, Ember and Joe put their spells on their character sheet, so I actually have a list to work off of. Let's see.
I don't think she leveled to 13, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, what is it, like a 6th level spell?
Teleport's 5th.
No, Scribe.
Oh,
Right,
I think it's
level.
5th. Yeah, I think it's 5th level.
Okay, let's see. Blink, Pass Wall. Yeah, they don't have Scry. So I can't
Yeah,
use
it's not.
anything
It's,
that's not on
clerics don't. So clerics don't get it, and Silver would have to learn it. And if she doesn't know it, then yeah, that's nothing we can do.
So You do take a moment to teleport. I'm not going to go through the deducting of points because it's not important. And
Okay.
boom, you teleport within a couple miles of the city on a hill. Actually, I think there's an image I can give you for it. But I'd have to look for it. So, what you wish to do now? Welcome to the city of Alistair.
I'm gonna tell you guys. Why don't we go in through separate entrances, and then I will. Fuck.
I take your actions very seriously.
I'm just going to start walking toward the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do too, and then at some point I'm gonna split off from them and meet up with them at a tavern later on. But I'll wait till we get inside the city because I don't know the name of any of the taverns in the city right now. So when I go gathering information, I'd rather than have somebody just kind of tail along, because I don't think I haven't explained who they are.
There are 3 gates. Which one do you wish to enter through? All at one?
Whichever one's closest.
Okay. I'm just going to the southernmost one. After a few minutes of being up in line, you get up to a passively disinterested hobgoblin in a chair just watching you.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the same gate as them, but I'll make a point of being like 6 or 7 people behind them.
Okay.
All right, we'll continue into the city.
There's a guard in the way. You still have to do the normal thing for entering a city.
I mean, he's actually preventing me from entering?
He's asking you business and the like. How do you respond?
Diplomacy. To explain that I am simply a poor monk who is undertaking a pilgrimage, and my journey has led me here.
Okay.
Beyond that, I do not know.
Okay. And he goes to Joe, who just says, traveling with him. Ember goes with traveling with him. And he just nods down on his little notebook and just with his writing utensil, just say, go on, haphazardly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have a map of the town?
I believe there's one, but I don't have it.
What's the town called?
Alistair. Alistin, I can't really pronounce it.
Well, Austin's the name of the guy who gave us the original story hook.
Daddy?
H-A-S. There, that's it. Alistair.
Okay.
Well, I think this is actually a real city that they just don't use much or something. One thing about this module is it has a lot of information I gotta look through. And I don't get a proper map of it. Just tell me where you're going and I will try my best to describe everything. The city is bustling and... Paul, make a diplomacy check because you're alone.
Actually, I'm going to...
Bluff.
Not bluff, but I'm gonna assume that, like most rogue types, their people can be bribed and kind of just, maybe slide them some coins that kind of keep my name and off the books and like, yeah, you never saw me, that kind of thing. So I'm not sure what...
How are you going to do this?
I guess it would be... I think it would be bluff opposed by a sense motive. I think that's how innuendo works in 3.5 because they got rid of the skill. So I think it's, bluff and sense motive.
Okay, roll your sense.
I would roll the bluff, and he just has to get at least a DC. We both have to get at least a DC 15 bluff, and my...
Oh, you found the final map.
Hmm?
Mike found the final map for the city.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
My minimum My minimum bluff is 19, so I can easily convey the message. I just have to hope he understands what I'm saying, which I'm hoping he will.
Name, reason for being here.
I'll do the thing with, yeah, that's not important. And just
You easily get the information that he's only partially interested. He doesn't give a he doesn't half give a damn. What was your reasoning?
My name is Oslov, and I'm just new to the area and feel like checking it out.
He notes that down. Okay. Diplomacy check.
Can I give him a bluff instead?
Yeah.
Okay. I had 27 bluff.
Okay. He says, "Go on in."
Thanks. Is he wearing a key ring? Is like a guard, like maybe he has a key ring on him or something?
No. You just see him like leather armor, a small sword on his side,
Never
and a
mind
chair.
then. Okay.
I also got to keep mark of these certain things. Let's see. Joe would be that. No, wait. Sorry. Paul would be that.
Yeah, that's the only map I can find, Sammy.
Oh, that is the map of Alistair.
Okay.
I remember that because it's the same thing I saw on the final module for this game. It's just not relevant for this module. Okay. The city is, I believe it gives you an introductory thing as soon as you enter.
Well, if we're a few miles from the city, then we're not even on the map, though. And we're coming in from the east. Unless the teleport put us out in the ocean somewhere.
The east would put you near the right side of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went through the gates, right? You just went through the gates.
Yep.
So now you're...
Well, I'll just walk through the gate and then stand around and wait for Paul to catch up and ask him where are we supposed to go?
Sammy, once I get inside the city gates, is there a tavern or an inn nearby?
Do a search check.
Search or perception?
Perception, I guess, would be.
31 perception.
Okay. You don't know in any immediate vicinity. You see a bunch of other places, though. Such as,
I'm looking for a place that's considered a public gathering.
you see shops, shops.
Yeah, shop wouldn't really. Well,
Whatever's in the...
I'll just as I walk by them, I'll just point out the nearest shop. I don't know, like whatever that would be, and just tell them I'll meet me there, and I'll meet you guys there in 3 hours.
Actually, I think it's houses. I really don't know where the places are.
I'll ask a guard where the nearest inn is, nearest inn or tavern is.
Oh, just someone that's a guard walking around.
Yeah.
He scratches his chin for a moment. He gives you directions to a inn just in some part not too far from here.
And I'll just kind of as I walk by them, I'll just tell them, meet you there in a few hours. I'm going to go investigate. And when I say investigate, I'm basically using gather information and see if I can track down what happened to the guy we're looking for.
Okay. Please note, this is also plainly aware to all characters. There is a bustle within the city and you can take note of a festival is coming up.
Good. I mean, it should be easier to hide out. That works.
Yeah. Okay, so roll gather information.
Okay, where's my gather info? There we go. 19, I rolled an 18, so that's 37.
Okay, let's see, I have to roll this. You rolling gather information. Are you searching for just him?
Yeah, I just want to track down what happened to him because that's the priority right now.
Okay, people just stare at you. No matter who you ask, they just stare at you wondering, who? They don't know who you're talking about. I would like to point out, the guy who sent you here makes note that he disappeared like 3-4 years ago.
Oh, jeez, that long. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that earlier, but it just really clicked in my head.
So we really have like nothing to go on here. He was last seen here 3 or 4 years ago. We got to talk to him. Yeah, it's really.
All the people you talk to account just don't even know who you're speaking of.
That's like really nothing.
Okay, let's
go on.
Does Joe have anything for finding people?
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Man, all they have is he disappeared 3 or 4 years ago. Oh, well, okay.
I know. It's quite funny what happened to him.
It's not your. I understand it's not your fault. It's just I don't know what they really.
Yeah. He doesn't have anything like divination.
Well, even then, I mean, it would.
Oh, they at least give you something. It says in the module what happens if you use those kind of spells.
Oh.
Ember, I don't even think has anything even close to that. So what do you wish to do?
I mean, I understand it's like a bandit city, but there's some sort of like law here.
Oh yeah.
So I guess
give me a perception check because you're the character who would have the most chance of actually noticing this fact.
Okay. Perception?
Yeah.
33.
Okay. Every now and again, up in the air, you see creatures just flying over. It's not often, but just like a creature flies over. I remember this fact while I was reading through this thing.
What kind of creature?
Could you readily identify a creature that's 30? No. It'd be about 80 feet up.
Well, if it's a dragon, I would hope so.
It looks humanoidish.
Oh, flying human. Oh, okay.
It has wings. I will point that out. You can identify wings.
I'll try nature since it's a humanoid. And I got a 25.
Nature does not identify this creature.
Okay.
Planes.
That I do have now. So 19.
You identify... You're pretty sure this is a... I have no idea how to pronounce that name, but you can identify that creature name. Enzymes.
Irenaeus?
Irenaeus. It's a weird name.
Yeah, I have no idea. Personally, I have no idea what that is.
You don't really...
Never heard of it.
What was that, Mike?
It's just a lawful version of a succubus.
Oh.
You just see it flying over the city, though. No one seems to... As far as you can tell, no one's taking note of it, though. So...
I am going to...
Oh, yeah, I will point this out. In 5 days, the festivals will basically start for whatever it is happening.
I'm going to go to a police precinct.
A what?
Police station, police precinct, guard post, somewhere where I can actually talk to the authorities about this guy's disappearance. People who share some kind of information.
Oh, okay. Okay, you just go out to a guard post. Let's see.
Yeah.
Below the module for this campaign, it has a place of like all the places in this town. Where is guard post? I remember reading about that.
We were told what this guy. I'm hoping we were told what this guy looks like and is.
Oh, you were given you were given a pretty good description and know what he looks like and everything. Also, I just found the tavern's name. It's called the Laughing Dawn.
That works.
That's a funny name. I like it. Let's see. Where are you? Barracks. You going to the...
There's got to be a thieves guild or an assassins guild here, and I'm because part of my gathering information also was trying to figure out who, like, information about the thieves guild or assassins guild who would probably have more information about this guy's disappearance.
Oh, it's pretty open for that kind of stuff. There's nothing like hidden.
Okay.
You don't. Of the places I've seen, I don't see an actual place that's marked as like Thieves Guild or anything.
Okay.
I don't think it's actually available here.
Well, I'll try to gather information this time, and I'll say this time.
Barracks though.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try going through the network of thieves and assassins first, who I would expect would have more direct information to the guy I'm asking about.
Okay.
And even if I can just at least draw their attention as far as they want to know why I'm snooping around, just at least get me face to face with someone who can hopefully help me out.
Okay.
So I'll try to gather information again.
Okay.
With a 34.
You find a few people, but you don't really find anything like assassins. You see like petty thugs and whatnot. You don't find anything higher than that.
Okay.
And
they have any?
And they just give you the same answers as everyone else, saying, "Who? Is that person? Who is that?"
Can I take a sense motive to see maybe they're just?
Yes, of course, always.
Okay. 20 cents motive.
You feel he's being completely honest.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to the cop shop and
the barracks.
Talk to them about it. See what the fuck is going on and why I can't get any more damn useful information.
Only if Joe actually made deviation spells.
Well, we probably should have asked the guy in the last city to do it for us, since none of us can do it.
He was busy.
Divination is more of a wizard thing, unless the cleric has a certain domain.
Oh, I thought that kind of spell was cleric.
And maybe. Depends.
Anything like that, though. I guess it could be either. Anyways, you're going up to the barracks now? Area 32. Don't know why it's called, but it's Area 32.
Okay.
You see just a couple guards just mowing out humans, hobgoblins, and various other things. I think there might be even an orc among their ranks.
Okay.
Okay, so you just walk up. Halt!
Yes.
One just says to you, "Who goes there?"
My name is Clinton. I'm an investigator. I'm an investigator from the Free City. I am.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was investigating the disappearance of someone, and the last thing I heard I was told the last time they were seen alive was in this city. Now, granted, it was several years ago, but I figured if there was a missing person incident, I figured you guys would have some information about it.
We could. He tilts his head a bit and scratches. We might have some record of that. I don't know though. I only joined about a couple months back.
Well, I would love to take a look at those records, please. It'd be very, very important.
Yeah, we can't allow that. Those are private documents. I can look for you, but...
Well, I mean, come on, cop to cop. I'm sure that, professional courtesy.
Sorry, but we can't allow that. The prince does not... Z does not allow such things. Best not. He leans in a bit and whispers to you, "It's best not to get on his bad side."
I understand.
We can look into this. If you can provide a description, a name, and such things, we can look into this matter. However, with the festival coming up, it may not get done for a week or so.
Hey, Daddy?
If you get lucky, though, we may find it within the next days or so, though. But I wouldn't put it up.
I can't look at the record. I can't look at the records, even if you guys are right there next to me while I'm doing it. While I'm looking at them.
You see, he's hesitating at this moment. Maybe. If a few of us are there, maybe. But I don't know.
I'm gonna take the sense motive on this guy. 22.
You see, like, he's generally confused and unsure about what protocol, what action he should take.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? You seem like a good fellow. Giving you a...
I appreciate.
He gives you a once
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, some of them want to see you can search for it, but only for today, alright?
That's fine.
Okay. Come on. He leads you inside the barracks, passing by a few other people doing some moderate training from what you know is for decent training for
Okay.
guards.
Okay.
After a few moments leading through the place, you come to an open area with a moderately sized amount of bookcases and stuff to store documents. This is here it is. Joe and Bob over there should be able to help you, and they should be able to help you. Good luck with your search. Hope you find who you're looking for.
Thank you.
Tips his head at you. See ya. Okay.
I'm gonna take a sense move again against them to see if maybe, maybe they have the intention, like maybe they're getting ready to go alert people. Tell them, hey, tell the guilds, hey, some guy is asking about this kidnapping. Because it's common for those guilds to pay off low-level people like this just to pass information along. So I will do a sense motive on them with a 21.
Okay, you don't sense any such intent.
Okay. I'll start reading through the books and notebooks and everything.
Okay. They start searching with you. After several hours of searching and helping the characters every so often, you do get some people who are close to it, similar names, similar appearances, but no one fits the exact description. They're always something too far off to be them.
So I don't find any useful information about that case?
Nothing. You also don't find any kidnappings. You don't find any cases about any kidnappings, period.
Okay. I wasn't trying to steal some of that information, but if I don't find anything useful, then...
Nothing that you would find useful. Information for other things, though, you would be useful, but nothing for you.
Oh, I'm hoping through some of these reading about other investigations, I'm hoping they'll name other criminals.
You don't find any...
There's no mention of, like, a gang leader? D100? Okay. If I can find my other 10. There we go. D100. I got a 78.
You do find one document. No, wait. I'm actually thinking, do they have that sort of document?
Hopefully.
You don't find any such criminal, but you do find a log of people who are jailed. None of the reasons, you just find a list of names.
So basically I found like a list of people currently in prison, you're saying?
Yes.
Is it like a whole book, or is it just like a page?
Just a single page.
I'm going to take that.
It'd be a small book, actually, because I think there's a few of them.
Okay, I made a point of trying to get as many books on the table as I can because I'm going to sleight of hand that book.
Okay.
Alright. My sleight of hand was a 37.
They don't take note of it.
Okay. As I'm also while I'm in this precinct, I'm going to make sure I just kind of walk along the walls. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm trying to see if my elf sense triggers the possibility of any secret doors around here, because I do fully intend of breaking into the precinct later at night.
Okay, you don't detect any such things.
Okay, I will leave and I'll go meet up with them at the tavern.
Please beware, I have marked down some other leads in your objectives things. Please beware, that thing is there and it's useful.
Oh, is Lashana supposed to be living in the city?
everything on that objectives tab happens in this city.
Okay, so Valakari, that's the guy that went missing.
Yeah.
And who's Rorsk?
Rorsk is apparently someone who wrote a book about the history of this city, and supposed to be like a cleric or priest or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
Well then, instead of going to meet back with them, it says search. I guess by search, I'm hoping I can just use gather information about that person.
Oh yeah.
Is that a possibility I can do?
Search is an arbitrary term I used.
Okay.
You just need to get information about this information. How you do that is up to debate.
I will do gather information. And 19, or we'll do 17. So was it 36? Gather info about Rorsk.
I'm currently scaling to the part in the book it says this stuff. No, not here. Here it is. Okay. Okay, how exactly are you asking? Are you asking for a name?
Yeah, I'm in the cop shop. I'll ask them.
If you,
I'll be like, another. I forgot to mention this earlier, but another person that came up in my investigation, and I'll use that name.
Rusk?
Yeah.
I'll put his actual name in chat. Rorsk. Yeah. They shake their heads negative, as in unknown. Any other information you have about him?
I'll just tell them what I know about him, and hopefully, if they don't know anything, then
you have to say which information you are revealing.
Well, the objectives thing, it just says information about Rorsk. I don't know. What do I know about him? What was I told about this person before I got to the city?
The information you were given that this PC wrote a book called The History of Alahas.
Oh, that's right. The history of this. Okay,
and
yeah.
he was apparently a priest of this city.
That's right.
That's
what I'll tell him. And I tell him he was a cleric. He's a cleric from the city. He wrote a history about the city.
A cleric of what? Saint Cuthbert is what he was of.
Saint Cuthbert. Got a retribution. He was a cleric of Cuthbert, the god of retribution.
Oh, that place. They sign it and they note in their position. None of them types still live here, despite the fact that Z decreed their search should be left untouched. The place is falling into ruin, a daily reminder that Cuthbert has no place in Alaster. You know, some folks say that place is haunted.
Oh, I'm sure. Alright, well, thank you. Yeah. And I'll be on my way.
We'll keep this case open if you wish, but there does not seem to be like there's anything.
Yes, please. Please get it around that, that officers from the Free City are looking at this as an open investigation. Make sure your guards are
we'll spread the word,
aware of this.
Don't expect anything anytime soon.
And the reason I'm doing this, Sammy, is I'm hoping that people will spread the information, including the dirty cops, who will go back to the guilds responsible for his disappearance. And if I can't find them, then maybe I can make them come to me.
True. It's all good intentions.
Yes. And I'll go to the tavern and meet with those guys and tell them,
Later
sorry, I haven't.
Evening,
yeah. Well, I said 3 hours, so I'm hoping at whatever point the 3 hours is up, then yeah.
It would have been morning when you left, so slightly in the evening, slightly afternoon.
Okay.
Ember's just having a small drink of whatever she can, and same with Joe. They raised a glass to you as you enter.
And I'll tell them about the temple. The temple is the Rorsk guy. Yeah, they don't know if he's here or not. He ran the temple here. The temple's basically been abandoned. It's fallen apart. And what else did you say, Sam? I think you said that it was people were supposed to just leave it alone, like no one was supposed to go in there or bother with it, correct?
It's fallen to ruin and basically been abandoned.
Okay. So that's where I'm actually gonna search around there tonight.
Okay. Anybody else going to go with it? Joe
Yeah,
and
I'll
Ember.
go.
What?
I'll go.
Joe and Ember also say they want to go with you. Who knows what could be there?
And I'll also explain to you guys that I put some information out about the missing guy, and with the intent that if people responsible for his disappearance are still around, they might come looking for me, so just an FYI.
Is there a map for this place that we're going to?
Unfortunately, no. I looked like everywhere for it, though.
Well, I mean, you could just find a map that would work.
I think I might have one that I can use. Let's see, do I still have it or did I get rid of it? Well, it seems like I got rid of it. It would give me like 2... that might work.
City of Kings?
The what?
Kanjan Thulner?
What are you looking at?
Guess not.
Yeah, they do fairly describe this place well, but for all intents and purposes, they don't have a map for this kind of place. When you get there, how are you doing anything?
Well, I'm going to go to the back of the church.
It's fairly open. You do find condemned by the order and inferior wisdom of Almighty Prince Zed. Entry prohibited.
Okay, well, that's why we're going to sneak in around to the back area, and hopefully... Is it in such disrepair that like there are holes in the walls that can be climbed through?
The place looks like it's been burned, half burned.
Oh, okay, so we don't have to go in through a door. We can just basically go in through the rubble.
Yeah, there's no real
That works.
blockages.
Okay, that works. So when I get there, I'm going to do a track check to see if how many other creatures or beings have been walking around the grounds.
Joe
Especially
and
this. Is there a cemetery? Is there?
This is like some kind of evil temple?
No, it's to Saint Cuthbert, who is the god of retribution. He's lawful neutral. And I'm going to do a track check, as they said it might be haunted, just to see maybe there are, undead creatures or whatever. So I'll start in the grave. Is there a graveyard next to it, Sammy?
No, but Joe and
Okay.
Ember are doing stealth checks.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I should also.
Yeah, because they don't want to
My
be found
stealth.
here.
My stealth was a 35. I'm going to do a track check.
Okay.
Look for prints. I got a... Where's my... Okay, I got a 23 to look for tracks.
23 track?
Yeah.
Oh, one thing. Mike, did you do a hide check? I mean, stealth?
I can.
The rest of the party did so.
Okay.
Do I find any tracks?
No.
Okay. I will start making my way into the rubble. Now, was it a one-story building, multi-story setup?
Just one story. Just a long place.
Okay. Was there like a basement area? Well, obvious, like an obvious, I guess, staircase that goes underground that's just kind of showing.
You do
Like
not
an
find
obvious-
essentially any entrance, but you do see a lot of rubble covering patches of the ground. It may or may not be under there. But you do see
I will
it's
do
a
it.
grand thing with dirty glass ceiling that should have been very prominent in its day, but there's holes, patches in the walls, missing windows, the doors have collapsed in on itself.
Okay, I will search. I'll roll a search check for the whole area. How many do I need?
Just one's fine.
Okay. I get 29 and 9 is 38.
What? 28?
38. I'm looking for secret passageways that aren't secret, but they just been covered by the rubble.
Okay. So after a bit of searching, you do find, hidden away under some rubble, a small entranceway. A doorway.
Okay. That works. I'm gonna take. Are the stairs made of wood or are they made of stone? Does it say?
Mike just provided a very good image. This would be just a wooden, a stone stairway.
Stone stairway, okay.
Yeah. Then I passed it. Oh, I did find that.
I'm going to ask Silver to stay at the top of the stairs for a moment. Either her or Joe, just for a moment. And then I'm going to start descending. Well, I'm going to search for traps in the staircase first, just in case. Just in case they had some kind of alarm system set up that hasn't been deactivated. So, I rolled a 1 for a 30 on my search check for traps.
You don't find anything.
I'm going to go down there, and the reason why I'm asking one of them to stay up top is just in case the stairs, even though they're stone, they're still very old and unstable and they collapse. I can just have a way to try to get back up if need be, and I'll start making my way down. And I'll get a torch out as I move down there.
You can't get into a proper fight without a good map.
You're assuming there's going to be a fight.
There better be, damn it.
I'm telling you now, this module is made to be basically no fighting. There's a few fights, but not much. I will adapt this map as best I can. Well, let's see, beyond, let's see. The doorway is heavy stone and is not locked. Beyond is a short but very steep circular stairway leading down to a small crypt below the church. In place of ceiling sags ominously. The ceiling sags ominously. Despite this appearance, the crypt is fairly sound, structurally speaking. Bones are scattered in tangled heaps all over the floor, and the 12 tombs that surround the central chamber have been violated. The brick-lined crypt walls have been torn down, and narrow, claustrophobic tunnels have been dug through the stony earth.
So we're basing the crypt area?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing piles of bones. It's like, yeah, I've seen this before. Just be on your guard, because I wouldn't be surprised if those bones animate and form into a bone creature. And I'm going to have... actually, no, I have the crystal, so I don't need it, but I'm going to start looking for footprints in the old dirt and dust down here, see if that signs of anything moving around down here. And I got a 29 in my survival check.
You found nothing.
Well, I'll start moving along the walls of the corridors and hallways, hoping the elf senses alert me to some kind of secret door or passage or something.
Where are you moving? Please be aware, I do have a map. Now.
Oh. What's this right here?
Please be aware, this is not a fully adapted app. This is just a map he provided. That's just going to be part of the floor.
Okay. What the hell?
There are 4 pathways on this map.
I'm gonna basically go like this along the wall up to here.
Okay.
Then move this way.
That's you going in that door?
Oh, door. I thought it was so. Okay, if it's a door, I'll search it first.
Yeah, there are 4 doors, one to each
With
side,
a-
one to the top.
37 search.
You find a crooked old door that has no lock or anything blocking it from being opened.
Actually, instead of a torch, I'm just gonna ask Silver to cast a light spell on me.
Done.
Okay. And then I'll open the door.
You find a rickety old room that contains the remains of a lot of people who are buried here.
I'm gonna take a stone. I'm actually gonna come to like right here. I'm gonna pick up a stone and just roll it really hard along the floor. Hopefully it bounces here. See if anything moves.
Strength check.
Strength. Okay.
You were trying to do a strength roll.
11 strength check.
It doesn't make it all the way, but it stops around here. It's
Okay.
deathly quiet.
I'm going to. And the ground's made out of cobble, like stone, like in the thing, or is it just more just mud and dirt, like
It's
dry
completely
dirt?
stone. Bricks.
Oh, okay.
Please beware, I'm
gonna-
still trying to adapt this.
No, that's fine. I just want to be sure. I'm going to kind of just press firmly on the stones in front of me, make sure they don't collapse and just fall into some kind of pit.
Ember
And if
asks
they
if you wish
see-
to have fly cast on you, just in case.
Yeah, that'll work. Thank you.
Fly.
I'm still going to walk on the ground, just in, because if it does collapse somewhere, that's fine. I don't mind it happening. I just don't want to. I mean, granted, I have ring to slow fall, but I still want to just fall down. So I'm just gonna start walking along the ground like this,
Okay.
along the wall.
You can't walk along the wall because that's where the dead bodies are. All embedded into the wall.
Well, I guess walk here, like along the edge.
Okay. Just gonna.
I'm convinced there's a passageway in here somewhere.
There are 3 other doorways. One over there, and here.
I know, but I'm searching the area I'm in.
I'm gonna try the door.
And these 2 are going to search over on these doors. Do you just pull it open?
Yeah.
You found to a doorway that is completely open.
What's in here?
A lot of dead bodies and a lot of ruin.
All right, is this what we came here to find? Were we expecting to find a lot of dead bodies and ruins? I'm calling
I'm
this
not-
out to him around the corner.
I'm not surprised. Well, it's a temple. It's just their crypts where they bury their.
Oh, this is
People.
what's supposed to be here?
As far as you know, yeah.
That was I was not clear on that. Okay.
Anything could be here for all you know.
Another door?
You find a lot of dusty old books, half ruined, most of them ruined, and a few clear things.
A few clear things?
A few good, I should say, a few books in good condition.
I'll read some of the titles and see if any of them look interesting or.
They talk about the god
Cuthbert.
Cuthbert. They talk about that, the religion, and information concerning it.
Well, where the hell is it?
Joe finds a similar room, hiding more books. And also,
Just for the hell of it, I'll make that a search check to search for interesting or important information. But apparently, I find nothing.
no, Joe. What's his name again? I forget. Yule finds a similar thing, and even another copy of the history of Alistair. Oh, you actually find something interesting. When you enter the room, there is a creature in the back of the room who just stares at you as you enter. Nya nya nya, nya nya nya. Yeah, just mumbling to itself.
The room I'm in or Mike's in?
Mike.
Okay.
He just
What kind of...
actually gives you a fairly decent description. He appears to be a twisted, feral, gray-skinned man with large, jagged fingernails, sharp teeth, red eyes, and festering skin. His body seems frail and ecumenied save for his belly, which is disturbingly round and full. He wears the tattered remnants of once fine robes of Saint Cuthbert over his chain shirt. He takes a step back as you enter, though. Meh.
Knowledge religion?
Yeah.
22.
You can. This is not a normal ghoul. A grave-touched ghoul, a human who's been basically turned into a ghoul.
Okay.
He does not like your presence, though, and he just mumbles to himself. Meh.
Diplomacy check to try to make contact with the ghoul and determine if he's a good guy or bad guy, basically.
Let's see. He waves.
Well, I'm going to ask him, what are you doing here? Who are you?
I believe his response is hissing. Let's see. Diplomacy check by Ember. Where's diplomacy?
25 wasn't good enough? Jeez.
I have his initial attitude to the players. And the DC it makes to have him friendly. 25 does not make it. 23 does not make it.
Am I aware they're doing this, or am I completely...
Make a perception.
Well, it takes 10 minutes to make a diplomacy check, so we've been talking to him and trying to express himself in some way, and he hasn't been doing it, so... you walk in with us talking to this thing, this ghoul or whatever, and it doesn't seem to be attacking us, but I don't know if
that's because it's probably Rourke.
He does. I do make mention if you ever try to make a step closer to him, he does hiss in response to your proximity.
I'm going to say the name. I'm just like, "Are you Rourke?" And I'm going to say, make sure I say it loud enough so he can hear me. I'm not going to scream it, but see if there's any kind of reaction. So I'm thinking that's who it is.
Okay.
You say he's wearing the garb of St. Cuthbert, right?
Yes, he is. 25 makes him indifferent to the players.
Does he have any reaction when I say that name?
He perks up. I'm actually looking through Joe's abilities right now. Does he have anything over the dead? No, he does not.
So, you're saying that I know that he's some kind of half ghoul or something?
I rolled knowledge religion check also.
Grave-touched ghoul.
I got a 27 religion.
Does he look like he's recently created ghoul, or like he's been around for a while?
Given his remains and the fact that this place was destroyed many years ago, he's probably been here for a long time.
Okay. I'm thinking that since he's a ghoul, maybe we should just put him out of our misery.
He's not in his misery. No, because it might be Rourke.
So what if it is? It's still a ghoul.
No,
he
has half ghoul, isn't he, Sammy? I rolled a 27 religion.
He's basically a human who is still alive, but is essentially a living ghoul. A grave-touched ghoul is a living ghoul thing. I don't know, really.
I'm just wondering if that's something that can be...
he's actually considered undead.
I was wondering if it's something that could be altered.
I have all the things he does when you do certain actions. Let's see. Unfortunately, the party I don't think has a means to get him to talk.
Yeah, I have a means to destroy him, though.
I'm going to say we shouldn't destroy him. We should...
He has information. He probably has information the other two speak up.
I'm going to tell us say, I'm gonna ask Joe, how about we come back here after you rest, and why don't you prepare Speak with Dead, and then use that spell to speak with them tomorrow?
But I want to disintegrate him.
Is Joe okay with doing that? I think it's a second level spell.
Yeah, just I'm not really comfortable altering his spell list.
Well, does he have it in a spell book? It doesn't matter. I mean, you wouldn't alter a spell book, but you can alter a spell list.
Yeah, I mean, just
Yeah.
he
As long as he
prepares
has it in a spell book.
Quick question: if
You
you
just-
kill an undead creature, will Speak with Dead work on them?
Well, yeah.
As long as the mouth and the throat and the jaw and everything are still intact.
Which is why I'd rather talk to him first before we kill him. So I think the best thing we should do is go look for that noble lady in town, and then come back tomorrow at some or later after he rests and have Joe cast Speak with Dead on him.
All right. Well, I have one other plan though, and that is that as soon as we come out of the doors here, I have a lock power. One of those ones I never get to use.
I will
It's
state this.
basically just like Arcane Lock, but it's Psionic Lock.
I will state this right now. The spell notes you cannot activate this spell on undead creatures that have been killed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you kill him, your basically information's gone for good.
Since we're going to come back and question him later, I'm going to lock these doors.
Okay. He hisses as
I'll
you go.
lock
but
that one,
turns-
and then I'll go back around and I'll lock this other one.
Okay. He turns more or less complicated and just goes back to whatever he was doing when you leave.
What kind of reaction did he have when I said that name?
He perked
Like,
up.
I,
Like,
so I
like
could
he
tell he, so I could tell he recognized the name.
Yes. How he
That's
recognizes it is up for
Yeah.
debate.
Okay, well, I say that we go back and rest tonight, and then in the morning we go look for that noble lady.
Is Control Undead and Command Undead a spell he can get access to?
He should have. Yeah, he has up to 7th level. Yeah. Well, he's up to 7th level spell, so yeah, I'm pretty sure those are low enough.
Let's see. Control Undead. That's a wizard spell. That's 7th level. So
Joe, a wizard or a cleric?
he's a cleric.
Just a cleric?
Cleric, and his other class is I can't. Duskblade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Command Undead is a 2nd level wizard spell.
No, she doesn't know that one. I don't know. I thought clerics had those spells like that.
I did.
Maybe they're
Well,
not.
he can use Turn Undead to, instead of turning, he can rebuke and take control of them.
I don't think Rubu.
No, he can't. He can't control him because he channels positive energy, so that's not an option for him.
Okay.
Yeah, he kills them only.
Yeah.
Okay, I can give Ember Command Undead in her spell list after you guys rest.
Well, she's a wizard, so if she doesn't know it, then she doesn't know it.
Oh, that's right. You'd have to find the spell.
Yeah, she'd have to. She could get a scroll of it and use it with no problem, but if it's on her spell book, then yeah, it's not an option. Like I said, if we really want to, we can just get a scroll of control undead or whatever, and she can use that.
It's an option.
Yeah. But let's go talk to this noble lady. Maybe she knows them or anything about them. At least that's what I'm going to do. I mean, they want to go back there and do that. I really can't stop them, but in the morning, I'm going to go talk to the noble lady. That's my plan.
Okay. Okay, so the next morning, I'm not going to actually add this, but she now has Command Undead on her... No, wait, you have to get the scroll for it. I keep forgetting that you can't do that. Wizards are weird. Okay, so who are we going to do first? Are the group going back to talk to him, or the group going to go talk with the lady?
I'm going to talk with the lady. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay, so how are you going to do this? Do you know do you know where she lives or where she is?
I'll gather information about her so I can find out where she lives or where she.
What's the minimum you get?
My minimum now gather info is minimum is 20.
10 is needed.
Okay.
And you find it's her. She lives in the estate called Mistwall Manor.
That's where I'll go.
And you're given decent directions to where it is. Also, during your various gather information checks, you should actually get something like this. Let's see, your results are that. So as you're passing around, you do get this piece of information. A couple of my stupid friends heard that the dragon that the dragon what lives under the trader's graves got killed. They went out there to loot her lair, and I haven't heard from them since. Did I mention they were stupid?
Wait, that under the trader's lair?
Graves.
Under the trader's grave?
Graves, yeah.
What's down there?
Apparently a dragon lives there.
Under the trader's graves?
Yes.
Um,
And some people went there to loot the place, and they have not been heard from since. This is just some random information you heard from someone in town.
okay, the dragon's alive, but he's hiding out under the trader's graves.
There was no mention of it. A couple of my stupid friends heard that a
Okay.
dragon what lives
Oh, they heard.
under.
Okay.
They heard that
Okay.
they exist, but they don't
Okay.
know, like, they cannot confirm this information.
Okay.
For all you know, this could be just random nonsense.
Okay, I'll have to try to figure out what exactly is the trader's graves, where it is, but I'll do that later.
Okay. And you're approaching now Wistfall Manor?
Yes.
Mistfall. Okay. As you approach, you see the manor is protected by 12-foot-high stone walls. The entrance to the estate is a stone gatehouse attended by a well-dressed guard who politely... Oh, yeah. Human male. Meets you. He bows to you.
Good day.
May I ask why you are here?
I would like to speak with Lashana, please.
She is currently indisposed and will be for some time.
It's very important.
She is indisposed and currently not accepting visitors.
Okay, well, it's very important I speak to her, so I think under the circumstance she might not mind being undisposed.
Do you wish to schedule an appointment to speak with her?
Yes, I'd like to schedule it from a minute from now.
She currently is busy with other matters. But I can squeeze you in 2 months.
No, that's not going to work.
Then I am sorry.
We have 17 to try to sweet talk him into letting us in.
I cannot do so, but I do know of a way you can get personal invitations to her from her directly. As you know, there is a festival going on for Prince Zed and commemorating his 20th year rule. She will be at this party. If you can speak to her then, you can get to speak to her much sooner. But getting an invitation is another matter entirely.
So we can talk to her somewhere else, but we need an invitation. God damn it.
That is your best hope. I am sorry. Otherwise, you can wait for 2 months. If nothing else, good day, gentlemen.
What kind of security you got going on here?
Do you ask the guard?
I'm just looking around wondering,
If you're just...
what would they actually do if we just pushed past him and walked in anyway?
You don't have that kind of information.
Well, I can surmise their security force and
You see a couple...
make an educated guess.
You see a couple
How about if I
guys...
just make a straight-up intelligence check?
You see a couple guys wandering around the state, and other... Yeah, you see a couple guys wandering around.
I'm gonna try bluff. Look, I didn't want to have to say anything, but She actually is expecting us. I wasn't supposed to tell anyone that. She wanted that to be kept quiet.
I am sorry, but I have not heard of any such information. Unless I hear otherwise, I cannot allow you inside.
I'm gonna try a bluff check, see if I can get this done. Get this son of a bitch to let us through.
She is also not even at the estate.
I got a 33 bluff. Explain to him that yes, she is expecting us. Yes, we do need to talk to her. Yes, it is important. And if she's not here, hopefully he'll at least tell us where she is.
He shakes his head no. She is currently indisposed of, and I cannot permit you inside.
Where is she indisposed?
I do not have such information. I am not only...
Oh, come on. Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Taking a sense motive. I only got a 13.
You don't think he's lying.
Thinking to myself, I'm getting really tired of every trail, everything we gotta do. It just leads to someone, go talk to this person, but you can't talk to him for like 8 years. It's just, I'm just ready to say, fuck, let the end of the world happen.
Ember, if anything helps, Ember got to 24 and she thinks he's telling the truth.
No, it's not that. It's just my character is just burnt out of just chasing these damn leads that never really pan out to anything but more wild goose chases. I talked to this person. Oh, well, they were chased away by a dragon and they're nearly dead. Okay, go talk. Oh, well, this person's indisposed and won't talk to you unless you get an invitation to a party that you probably can't get into. And then if you can't get into that, you can't talk to her for 2 months. It's just at the point, it's like, you know what?
Has my character ever met this character?
Who?
Daddy? Damn it, what?
You took the other half of this, and I still...
Yeah.
What was he going to ask?
I don't know. It's more of just a matter of my character's getting frustrated.
Unfortunately, that's basically what D&D is. You always go
Yes.
to one lead, it turns out to be false, you turn to another one, and eventually down the line you do get to the lead you need, and that's the end of the adventure.
Okay, sorry. Now my door is locked. Anyway, what was I just saying? Correspond. I have a psionic power, but it only works if I've met the person before. So could I use it to contact them?
Contact who? The lady?
Yeah, the person this entire conversation is about.
No, your character would not have met this individual.
Okay.
The individual in question basically never leaves this city. Okay, so do you have anything else you wish to do? Do you know how to get an invitation to this party?
That's what gather information is going to be for.
I can just use Dimension Door to take us where we need to go. I just don't know where that is.
You said the party was tonight?
No, in a couple days.
Okay, well.
4 days now.